Game 40 of the Cape League season is here. Playoff implications across the board. We'll see if tonight really matters for Wareham to get into the field. It's the Gatemen and the Harbor Hawks to round out the regular season. Welcome into the Gatemen pregame show, brought to you by Cranberry Federal Credit Union. That's Joe Henry. I'm Adam Hipsky. Joe, it's an interesting one. Wareham scoreboard watching right now. Bourne and Cotuit going at it with the Kettleers loss tonight. Doesn't really matter. Gatemen get the 4th spot. Either way, Wareham looking to end the regular season on a strong note.
Yeah, it's difficult to do a pregame show when you have no idea what the game's going to look like. The Gatemen actually have 2 different starting lineups rolled out for tonight, dependent on the result of Cotuit's game. As you said, if Cotuit loses or even ties, the Gatemen have already clinched. That game's likely to be over by the time this one starts. So if that's the case, then the Gatemen have nothing to play for. They can just throw their guys out, get some of the new guys some reps. But if Cotuit wins, then they've got everything to play for. It's winning in, tying in, lose, and you're out.
Yeah, and the one staple, you talked about the 2 different lineups, whether or not Wareham needs a win or can just coast into the postseason. The staple is Jackson Hoyt. He's going to get the start no matter what. Obviously, the duration of his start kind of depends on the situation, potentially an opener, or maybe the Gatemen rely on him to try and go deeper into this game. Just a 7-inning affair tonight.
I feel oddly romantic about this outing for Jackson Hoyt, a guy who came in at the start of the season as one of just a few guys who's been here all season long. And when he came in, he had double-digit ERA with Florida, didn't get a lot of usage. You figured he'd be kind of a buried on the depth chart, long relief guy, and he's done nothing but prove that he's more than that, and he's become an integral piece of this team. It's so fitting that in maybe the most important game of the season, he's the guy who gets the ball a chance to really show what he's got, his first start of the season.
Yeah, and the one that's putting him on the mound is the pitching coach, Eric Luxus, who has had his hands full this week, and our CeCe Gabriel is standing by with him.
Thanks, guys. Here with Eric Luxus, the Gatemen pitching coach. Coach, I was out in New York throughout the week, and before I left, you did tell me, CeCe, we will be in the playoffs by the time you come back. This is a crazy playoff picture right now. What's just been the emotion so far within the dugout?
You know, it's just been good to play some good baseball. You know, I kind of was messing with you right before you left, and, you know, it was just kind of that feeling that these guys weren't giving up, and, you know, it was just trust and belief in the guys that we have here and that we were playing better baseball and things were going to turn around, and they have for us. So, you know, it was a little bit of that, and you were gone for a little bit. I was just trying to put some positive energy out there, and fortunately for us, I was right.
And how do you feel just seeing your guys believe in themselves and just deliver the way they have with a lot of big wins recently?
I mean, it's great. You know, it's very easy at this juncture with the season that we've had to just kind of check out and just kind of look at what's next for these guys with, you know, a lot of them in the transfer portal and new beginnings and guys moving in and out of new places and going to see family and girlfriends and all the things that these guys do have to deal with, which, you know, it's a lot for these guys, you know, but it's been really good to see them just stay locked in and checked in and trying to play good baseball and winning baseball and, you know, just trying to get the most out of playing in this league.
In the midst of several transitions, Jackson Hoyt has been here nearly all season long. He'll be starting on the mound today. What made him your guy?
Well, you just said it. The fact that he's been here all season long, and if this game comes down to possibly being our last game of the year, I want to give it to a guy that's been here from day one, but also a guy that's just continued to get better all summer long. Where he started to where he is today, he's a totally different guy, and we're going to give him his first start and probably the biggest game of the season tonight.
Well, right before you guys go into this game, I want to talk about Orleans. What were your major takeaways that you want to apply today?
Well, it's a new game. You know, like this morning, what happened is over. You know, it would have been nice to win that first one, but that didn't happen. You know, we're going to have to do it the hard way, and that's okay. You know, we just have to win one game today with getting a little bit of help from the other guys. So, you know, like our mindset is just kind of focused on what we need to do now and not really what happened earlier today.
Well, thanks for your time, Coach. Guys, back to you.
So much, CeCe. Joe, we've talked about the situation for Wareham, but still, getting into the postseason on a strong...
It doesn't get much bigger than this. Win and in for Wareham against Hyannis here on a Sunday night to round out the season in game number 40. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky, high above Spolian Field. We'll have the call for you tonight here on the home of Gatemen baseball. Adam Cotuit pulls off the improbable. They walk off the Bourne Braves, and the situation for Wareham is simple. It's win or go home.
That's right, Dan. Kind of feels like a game 163, but instead it all comes down to the final game in the Cape League regular season. Jackson Hoyt gets the ball in a win and in situation. They're playing to play Hyannis in a playoff series. Potentially game one of what you talk about, a 3-4 game series. It all comes down to this tonight, Dan.
It is a huge one. This is the second game of a doubleheader for Wareham, so this will be a 7-inning affair tonight. The Gatemen falling to the already eliminated last place overall in the entire Cape League, Orleans Firebirds, 5-2 earlier in the day. Adam, that was a game where Wareham had plenty of chances but couldn't get the win.
Yeah, that was a killer. Couldn't capitalize early, and Wareham had the lead when they were consistently leaving runners on. 8 left on base in the first 4 innings. Left the bases loaded twice. The Gatemen couldn't plate runs consistently, and they held on to a 2-0 lead until you got to the back half of that game. Orleans offense heated up. Couldn't make the comeback.
Jackson Hoyt is the one that takes the mound tonight for Wareham. You wouldn't have thought of him to be the starter in this game at the start of the season, but he's there.
Here goes Jackson Hoyt in his 9th appearance of the summer. He was really good against Chatham earlier this week. 1 2/3, 1 hit, no runs. Had to throw 55 pitches, though.
Massive game. Hoyt toes the slab in a win-or-go-home matchup for the Gatemen against Nick Dombrowski, the left fielder, to lead things off. First pitch to him in there. Strike 1. Hoyt starts off strong. Hyannis already has the playoff picture set. They are going to be the top seed in the West Division. Will either play Wareham with the Gatemen win tonight or Cotuit if the Gatemen fall. The 0-1 pitch misses on the outside part of the plate for ball 1. And again, the Gatemen had a chance to solidify things earlier in the day, but failed to get the job done against Orleans. And it all comes down to this. 1-1 pitch from Hoyt, middle of the zone, for strike 2. Wareham used just 2 arms in that last game, but 2 high-leverage guys in Bryce Turner and Finn Edwards. The bullpen will be short today as they try and deal with this Hyannis lineup. The 1-2 pitch. Hoyt misses down low, 4-2.
And Hyannis has been setting up its pitching after securing home field advantage throughout the West Division playoffs. However, this lineup is close to what you see every day from Mitch Carricker.
Without a doubt. 2-2 pitch from Hoyt. Ground ball back to him, splits his wickets, goes over to DeGiorgio at short. He fires to first. Passo came off the bag for a second, gets the foot back down for out number 1. Perfect time to set the defense for Wareham, and it's nearly the exact same thing as it was in game 1. The only change is Carter Groen goes into right field, and R.J. Hamilton moves onto the infield to make way for him. Levi Clark behind the plate. He's been the best option, Adam, for the Gatemen behind the dish. Just who you want today behind the plate for the Gatemen.
Yeah, and him and Cohen Nikolai have been alternating games. Cohen caught this morning. Levi has definitely been the best defensive option.
Now with 1 down, it's Taylor Kirk. He's the shortstop tonight for Hyannis. Looks at a first pitch ball. The Harbor Hawks come into this game winners of 5 of their last 6. Fell yesterday to Cotuit in a game that Wareham desperately needed them to win. The 1-0 pitch poked out of play for strike 1. That was a 15-8 win for Cotuit. The Cavaliers actually led that game 7-2 in the 7th inning before Hyannis rallied back. And then the Cavaliers put up 8 more runs after that and secured the win. Winners of 2 of their last 3 to put all the pressure on Wareham in this game, but the Gatemen control their own destiny. 1-1 misses high and away. And that's really all you can ask for, is to be in the driver's seat in a game like this.
Controlled your own destiny ahead of 2 games on the final day of the regular season. Have to win 1.
2-1 pitch. Catches the top part of the zone for strike 2. It's been a tale of 2 seasons for Taylor Kirk, a 103 hitter in the month of June, up to nearly 300 here in July, now into August, and he started August strong with a 2-4-5 day yesterday. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Poked out of play down the right field line. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lost his 8-game hit streak against Bourne a couple of days ago, where he went 11 for 32 over that stretch. Plenty capable here in the 2-hole. Hoyt looking to get him out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Kirk stays alive once again. he's a pesky at bat and really making Hoyt work for it early on.
Obviously, Wareham with the shortened game today, you still want to get as much length as possible out of Jackson Hoyt. Retiring hitters is priority number 1. Doing so with efficiency, priority number 2.
Hoyt settles, comes home, misses high and away. 4-3. And for Hoyt, in his last start, or last appearance, it was against Chatham. Before that made a start. That was against Brewster, went an inning and 2/3 and got handed the loss. He comes set once again. Here's the payoff. Clubbed into deep center field. Cruson chasing it in the gap. That ball gets down off the glove of Cruson in left center. It'll be Dubovic to pick it up. Going all the way to third is Kirk. He's going to be in there. A one-out triple for Taylor Kirk. Absolutely mashes that ball. And Hyannis with an early runner in scoring position.
That's big with 1 out, too. You said it earlier, Dan, seeing the ball much better in the back half of the season. Good effort from Chase Cruson, but as he's been converting into this everyday center fielder for the Gatemen, couldn't come up with that one. Kind of went all or nothing, gave Kirk third. Now the infield comes in.
Matt Einick at the plate, trying to get the first run across for Hyannis. Looks at a first pitch ball here from Hoyt. Wareham does not want to go down early. They have scored first in 4 straight games and won the previous 3 before today's loss to Orleans. 1-0 pitch, misses down low. 4-2. For Kirk, that just his second triple on the season. Legs it out, puts the pressure on Wareham here early on. And Einish looking to bring him home. 2-0 from Hoyt. Fastball that just catches the outside part of the plate. Einish, a plenty capable hitter. 301 batting average on the season over 24 games. 11 RBIs. Looking to put up number 12 here and give the Harbor Hawks an early lead. The 2-1 from Hoyt. Breaks into the middle of the plate, and the count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Searching for a massive out here. Hoyt sets, delivers. Fly ball into right field. Going back is Grown. This will be deep enough to score the run. Tagging from third is Kirk. He's going to be in there as the throw bounces in, and it's 1-0 Harbor Hawks in the top of the first.
Yeah, 1-out triple gives you the opportunity to play the sacrifice game. Einish does his job, lifts it deep into the outfield, forces Groen to go back. Even got to step into the throw, but plenty deep. An easy advancement for Taylor Kirk. Harbor Hawks up early.
RBI number 12 for Einish, and now it's Clay Thompson, the right fielder at the plate. Hoyt set, fires the first pitch. It misses upstairs, 4-1. For Jackson Hoyt, lets up a run here. Had only let up a run over his last 3 appearances. Trying to settle himself. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball over to DiGiorgio at short. He fields on a hop, throws across the diamond in time for out number 3. But the Harbor Hawks strike first in this win or go home ball game for Wareham. Its offense looks for a response in the bottom half coming up here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
Bottom half of the first, Wareham trailing Hyannis 1-0 in a win or go home ball game for the Gatemen. Richie Kerstetter takes the bump for Hyannis in this game, and Kerstetter trying to provide some length, not a usual starter, and Mitch Carricker kind of getting funky with how he's pitching today.
Well, absolutely, and this has been a designed plan for Hyannis with Game 1 of the playoffs about 48 hours away. He goes to the left-hander out of Central Connecticut. He's pitched just once this summer, Dan, and it was against Harwich back on July 31st. He went just one inning, but it was a clean 1-2-3 frame against the Mariners. He comes over from the Innings CBL, where he pitched for the North Adams Steeplecats, and he had a 1.59 ERA across 16 games and a high swing and miss guy, 35 strikeouts in 22 2/3. His job today is try and shut down a Wareham lineup that couldn't convert in times earlier where they needed to make a difference in the game. That's runners in scoring position, and that is situational hitting. Gatemen have struggled throughout the summer, and that was no different this morning.
No, it was not. 10 runners left on base for Wareham in that game earlier this morning. It does get a little bit more ugly, though. 8 of those were with runners in scoring position, so it was a struggle. The offense looks for the response. The one change in this order is that Carter Groen comes in, AJ Ashatino out.
And this is your best offensive lineup. A couple new bats that just came today, but not in the lineup. So Ryan Smythe going with what he feels most comfortable with.
Kerstetter deals the first pitch. It misses upstairs. It is a 3-pitch mix for Kerstetter of fastball, slider, and changeup. Primaries the slider, which tops out at 78 miles per hour. His fastball comes in at 86. 1-0 count here to Hamilton. Pitch runs inside. A similar arm to what Wareham saw last night in the southpaw Cody Butt from Falmouth.
And it makes sense when you talk about what Butt did so well yesterday and what Kerstetter has done well, especially this summer with Steeplecats in the NECBL, is go to the slider, try and get chases.
Gets a strike right there on Hamilton, who was 0 for 3 in the first game of the doubleheader against Orleans. Walk in that one, came around to score, put Wareham up 1-0 at the time. 2-1 pitch. Big cut and a miss for strike 2. And in that game, Wareham actually led 2-0 in the top half of the third before the Firebirds scored 5 unanswered to end off the game. The Wareham offense had just 2 hits over the last 4 innings on offense. 2-2. Called strike 3. Hamilton frozen on the breaker from Kerstetter. 1 down.
And obviously there's not a big enough sample size to really go after what Wareham does well against pitchers with higher velocities and then guys with lower velocities such as Cody Butt last night and Richie Kerstetter today. But for Wareham yesterday, Connor Cuff, who's stepping up now, 4 hits, and his only one that he did not record a hit, his only plate appearance, was on a 67-mile-an-hour pitch.
Sees one like that here. Ground ball over to second base. Hyannis fields, throws to first. There's 2 down. The defense today for Hyannis looks like this. It'll be Will Fosberg behind the plate, J.C. Davis at third, Taylor Kirk at second, Matt Hyannis, who just made that play, at second, and then Andrew Lamb at first. Henry Zener, Nick Dombrowski, and Clay Thompson in the outfield from left to right for the Harbor Hawks. Quickly 2 down for Kerstetter, and he faces Levi Clark with the bases clear here in this bottom of the first. Clark 0 for 2 earlier against Orleans, grounded into a double play. Before a pitch is thrown, umpire calls time. The umpires today, Ryan DeMare behind the plate, Sam Finn at first, and Marvick Gomez over at third. Seemed to be maybe a pitch comm issue off Fosberg, but he seems good behind the plate, gets back into his crouch as Kerstetter looking to work a 1-2-3 bottom half of the first. First pitch to Clark. Big breaker that catches the outside part. 4 strike 1. Clark starting to find his flow. has been just a mainstay in this order for Wareham all season. The 0-1 swings and misses. 4 strike 2. Clark, a .235 batting average, just notched his first home run a couple of days ago here at home. The RBI number up to 13. He's been really solid. Here's the 0-2 from Kerstetter. Swing and a miss, and Kerstetter gets him on 3 pitches. A dominant bottom of the first here for Kerstetter. 2 strikeouts and works a 1-2-3. Hyannis leads 1-0 after 1 frame here at Spillane.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Top half of the second in a win or go home game for Wareham as they try and hop Cotuit in the standings to sneak in. You see the game from earlier, Orleans downing Wareham 5-2 at Eldridge Park, a game where the Gatemen led and tried to pull it off, came up short.
And got a good start from Bryce Turner, let it get away from him towards the end. And Finn Edwards, another high-leverage guy for the Gatemen. And they've been chasing win. Eric Lux has told us every game is a must-win game. That's how Wareham has treated this last week, especially with 5 games in 3 days. And now he's left with Jackson Hoyt in a win or go home.
Left on left to the first baseman, Andrew Lamb. First pitch from Hoyt in there for strike 1. Hoyt had a really rough start to the season overall. His first 3 appearances led up 4 earned runs, 7 runs overall, but has really settled down since that point. The 0-1 pitch, cut on and missed for strike 2. And his confidence has certainly gotten a lot better as he's gone along. And it makes sense why Wareham was saving him. He's been a high-leverage guy, and they're certainly looking for his best stuff. Here in this one. Some rain starts to fall here on Spillane Field as the 0-2 is cut on and missed for strike 3 as some fans start to take cover. Seems like it should be a passing shower. There was no rain in the forecast here tonight, but things getting a little bit wet early on. 1 down.
You got to be ready for anything. If it sticks around, it sticks around, and obviously if it passes through, you got to play through it. But Wareham has kind of gotten used to it. Multiple games over the last few weeks had this little shower.
Tyler Lang, the designated hitter at the plate, fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Wareham needing a win here tonight. Otherwise, the season will be over. Crazy to think how things can change in just one singular day. The 0-1 misses outside. 4-1, but the Gatemen certainly hoping that that doesn't come true. They're going to need a comeback. As of right now, a small one, as they only trail 1-0. And Jackson Hoyt trying to hold it there. The 1-1. Tails below the zone. 4-2. And Lang, a guy for Hyannis that has really been an everyday player. He's been in and out of that order. Batting at a 167 clip as he looks at ball 3. And that, of course, as of late, joined the team just over 10 days ago, has played in 6 games, but has been in the lineup a good amount and will be college teammates with former Wareham player Foster Apple at USC Upstate going into the fall. 3-1 from Hoyt. Called strike on the outside part of the plate as Lang thought it was ball 4. He skimpers back into the box. The payoff popped out of play. Lang has had back-to-back games with a hit. Broke through for his first extra base hit against Cotuit on the 28th of July with a 2 RBI double. The Big South second teamer trying to break through here against Hoyt. The 3-2 once again misses upstairs, and Lang works the walk.
That walk is our free pass of the game presented by Cape Cod Community.
Good at bat from Tyler Lang. Saw a bunch of pitches.
Every program, no tuition or fees to those who
And a 2-strike count, popped one out of play, stayed alive, waited for Hoyt to make a mistake, and he did. Wins the battle, and another runner aboard.
And in the last inning, too, it was Taylor Kirk tripling with 1 out. So Hoyt running into trouble in both frames with 1 down. Trying to work around it here against Henry Zener, the left fielder. He looks at ball 1 at the top of the zone. The rain still coming down here at Spillane, starting to pick up a little bit. The fans have got out the umbrellas. Nobody going anywhere, though. This is a high-stakes matchup. Winner go home for the Gatemen. 1-0. Catches the top part of the zone for strike 1.
Radar report after doing my look.
What do you got?
Should start to slow down in the next 15 minutes, but could certainly pop back up late in this game.
1-1. Fastball, top part of the zone for strike 2. This only a 7-inning game, so hoping that the rain holds off. And right now, Jackson Hoyt trying to hold off Zener. Lang off of first after his walk. Hoyt deals the 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. That goes foul. And like a lot of these other hitters for Hyannis, it's been 2 different months, 2 different tales for Henry Zener. A 152 hitter over 13 games in the month of June, slashed to 296 over July in 16 games.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence. Hyannis has played a lot better.
Hoyt's 1-2 pitch. Hit over to Hamilton. He fields on a hop, tosses over to DeGiorgio at short on to first for Passo, and he has it for the 4-6-3 double play. Hamilton goes behind the back with it, handles the hard liner, and Wareham out of this inning with no runs across. Hyannis takes a 1-0 lead going to the bottom half of the second here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Every child deserves the basics. Gifts to Give is making that happen, and you can help. Volunteer, donate, or shop their thrift store Saturdays. Visit giftstogive.org and make a difference today.
The Wareham-based AD Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is North America's largest cranberry grower and a recognized leader in environmentally responsible real estate development and land stewardship. For 172 years, AD Makepeace Company has supported community events and organizations like your Wareham Gatemen. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights, be prepared, and contact Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP also have offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkmlaw.com.
You see the rain coming down here at Spillane Field as we've hit the bottom half of the second, hoping that it holds off so Wareham can get this game in and try and mount a comeback in what is a win-or-go-home game for the G-Men. They currently trail 1-0 in the bottom half of the second. Richie Kerstetter back onto the bump for his second inning of work. Worked a 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the first with a pair of strikeouts. Goes against Chase Cruson, left on left to start things off. Here's the first pitch. Runs inside and it touches Cruson as it comes in. That'll be a hit by pitch. And Cruson gets the free pass, represents the first base runner of the day for the Gatemen.
And you'll take it. Wareham was productive early on in trying to manufacture offense, bunting, stealing bases, sacrifice flies. The Gatemen have done a lot better of that as of recently.
You mentioned sacrifices. Wareham had 2 sack bunts and a sack fly in that earlier game against Orleans. Here's Cohen Nicolai at the plate. Takes a first pitch ball. He serves as the designated hitter after catching the first game against Orleans. And that one at the plate, he was 0 for 1 with a strikeout, however, 2 walks and a hit by pitch. 1-0. Misses upstairs, but before the pitch was even thrown, Kerstetter gets tagged with a balk, and Cruson moves up to second. That's been a free 180 feet given by Kerstetter.
This is where Wareham has to take advantage. Nicolai hasn't been one to bunt a ton, but in this count, in this situation, wouldn't be surprised.
1-0 in there for strike 1. Cruson is Wareham's first runner into scoring position in this game. The Gatemen left 8 in scoring position against Orleans with 10 overall. The 1-1 misses down low. Fosberg keeps it close. The count at 2-1. Wareham got lots of free passes from Orleans. 7 walks issued by the pitching staff, along with a pair of hit by pitches. So 9 free bases given up, but just 2 runs to show for it. 2-1 pitch. Off speed misses high of the zone for ball 3. No one you'd rather want up at the plate as well. Cohen Nicolai, 27 RBIs on the season, tied for 3rd most in the Cape League, trying to deliver a pivotal 28th and tie this game up at 1. 3-1 pitch. Catches the zone, and the count goes full.
And Nicolai's a big guy that we've talked about in terms of higher velocity versus lower as a power hitter. It's one thing to leave a hanging breaking ball, but kind of that reaction. Faster ball goes further off the bat.
Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nicolai down on strikes. 3rd K for Kerstetter here through just an inning and a 3rd.
That's a big one. Runner in scoring position and no outs. Wareham lets Nicolai swing away, a guy that's been masterful at driving runs across.
Now Dylan Passo, left on left for the first baseman. But first, a look over at second. Cruson back to the bag. 2 stolen bases on 2 attempts. Passo looking to knock him home, was 2 for 3 in the earlier game against Orleans. First pitch here, tap back to the screen for strike 1. Passo was a late addition to this Gatemen team. Has played in just a handful of contests, 10 overall, but has made the most of the time, batting around 200, and has hits in 2 of his last 3. Long pause here from Kerstetter. The pitch misses upstairs with the curveball. 1-1.
Such a loopy breaking ball from Kerstetter. He's kept it away from Gatemen hitters, but one mistake could be damaging.
1-1. Blown out of play behind the plate. 1-2. And short Passo with hits in 2 of his last 3 games, but more importantly, he has an RBI in every game over the last 3. Had 2 against Bourne with an RBI double, One against Falmouth, one earlier against Orleans. Before the 1-2 pitch is thrown, the catcher, Will Fosberg, heads towards the first base dugout. Seems like there's still some trouble with the pitch comm.
And you see it right there, the big watch on the wrist. Not sure if rain is impacting it, but Fosberg gets a new one. And back to the crouch and a 1-2 count.
Looking for a big out after hitting Cruson to start off the inning, and then balking in the at-bat against Nikolai. The 1-2. Fastball goes way up high. Fosberg hops out of his crouch to grab it and not allow Cruson to go over to third. It counts at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kerstetter stares down at the wrist, gets what he likes, comes set at the belt, and comes home. Fastball upstairs once again, and the count runs full. Carter Groen, the right fielder who bats from the right side, waits on deck. Cruson off of second. The payoff. Passo just gets a piece. Count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wareham putting together some more quality at-bats here in the second.
Try and drive Kerstetter's pitch count up. Mature approach right now for Passo.
This will be his 23rd. The payoff gets Passo to cut on it and miss. Even with the runner in scoring position, back-to-back strikeouts for Kerstetter, and there's 2 down.
I mean, that's exactly what you have to do if you're Kerstetter. Try and prevent a ball from getting put in play. You can pitch away from Wareham hitters with a lot on the line. Obviously, the Gatemen trying to be aggressive. Passo and Nikolai both down on swinging strikeouts.
Still a chance to bring home the run, though. Carter Groen at the plate. Cruson at second. First pitch to him. Fouled off to the right side, and his bat flings over near the Wareham dugout. Seems like the rain might be getting to his grip.
Yeah, definitely probably time for some pine tar.
I mean, it came flying out of his hands.
Seen that a couple of times this year from guys across the Cape.
The most entertaining one was when the bat got stuck in the screen.
At Brewster.
Good times at Stony Brook Field. Ryan DeMare, the home plate umpire, calls time to reset the pitch clock as Groen steps into the box. Cruson off of second, Wareham trying to tie up this must-win ball game. The 0-1. Groen just gets a piece, fouls it behind the plate. Quickly 0-2 on him. And Groen coming into this game 0 for his last 8. And last played in the second game of the doubleheader on Friday night against Bourne. And that one went 0 for 4. Did have an RBI, though. Big 0-2 pitch coming with Cruson at second. It misses way upstairs. A really nice job by Fosberg to even get up there, not allow it to get to the backstop.
And it hasn't mattered because Wareham has struck out on back-to-back hitters. But preventing that runner from going over to third. Might not show up in the box score, but that's a big play.
Kerstetter deals. Fastball that misses inside at 85 miles an hour. The count goes to 2-2. It's been back-to-back full counts to Nikolai and Passo. This at-bat on the same trajectory. Cruson the tying run in this winner-go-home game. Here's the 2-2. Groen grounds it to the third base side. It goes foul. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wareham stranded 8 runners in scoring position earlier today against Orleans. Trying to start off on the right foot here tonight with their first runner in scoring position as the rain drops on Groen. We'll see how that affects the play as we go along here at Spillane. Still Cruson at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kerstetter. 3 straight strikeouts to work out of the jam with the tying run at second. Absolutely nails. He's gotten 5 of the first 6 outs for Hyannis by way of the K. We head to the third inning. It's still Harbor Hawks 1-0 here at Spillane.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
We've hit the third inning here at Spillane with the rain still coming down. It's definitely picked up a good amount. Wareham, however, not generating anything offensively in the first two innings. They trail 1-0 to Hyannis. Jackson Hoyt out there for a third inning of work.
Pressure mounting for Jackson Hoyt. Just a 7-inning game, and with the rain coming down, you can struggle with grip, but can't lose it. Got some help from his defense in the second, an inning-ending double play, facing the bottom of the Hyannis lineup. He threw more than 50 pitches against Chatham, but this extension, not something that we've seen a ton of from Hoyt throughout the summer.
Third baseman J.C. Davis to start off things here in the third. It's 8-9-1 for Hyannis in this inning as you see the rain just pouring. First pitch from Hoyt here in the third, a high chopper over to Hamilton at second. He fields it on a hop, throws to first, not in time. Passo did a nice job of picking it out of the ground, but Davis just beats it out.
Hamilton just so helpless at second. You can't charge it. You kind of just have to sit there and wait a little bit longer. High chopper, so you can just sit there, rush the throw, and good pick from Passo. But at the end of the day, J.C. Davis with the high chopper beats it out, hustling all the way out of the box.
The catcher, Will Fosberg, at the plate, but first, Hoyt picks off to first, throws it behind Passo, hitting second, and going all the way to third on the play is Davis, and that is a disastrous error for Wareham.
Absolutely, and Hoyt, obviously, as the lefty, has the advantage there, and tried to catch Davis snapping early on, quick snap throw, but gets away from Passo, not quite ready for it, and not a great throw either. And Davis wanted 3 all the way, got this call, and now the infield comes in, and Hyannis can bring another one across.
Wareham trying to prevent that. Here's the first pitch from Hoyt. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike one. We've talked about a lot of Hyannis hitters heating up in the month of July. Exact opposite for Will Fosberg. Batted .333 in June, 111 in July. 0-1, cut on and missed for strike two. Hoyt doing a nice job of working around the runner over at third, that being Davis after he had the infield single. And for Fosberg, just one hit over his last 6 games. So just the guy you want to be facing if you are Hoyt. Has him 0-2. Here's the pitch. Misses down low, 4-1.
We saw it earlier with Matt Einish. Runner on third and 1 out. Just got one deep enough in the outfield. Ninth hitting Fosberg trying to do the same.
Davis at third. The 1-2 pitch. Cracked into left field. Dubovic under it. Tagging from third is Davis. Here's the throw from Dubovic, and Clark can't glove it. Davis touches home. It's 2-0 Harbor Hawks on a throw that looked like it would have beaten Davis to home plate.
What a strong throw from Dubovic. Loses his hat, squares up, sends one all the way to the plate, but Clark didn't get a great read on it. Hard to judge the ball with Davis blocking his view. Hyannis extends the lead.
Wareham will have to come back by 2 now. Top of the order, Nick Dombrowski at the plate. Grounded out over to short to start off the game. 1 run in the first, 1 in the third here for Hyannis. The 0-1 pitch looped out into left. Dubovic gets under it and makes the play. 2 outs now here in the top of the third.
And you just continue to go back to that error from Jackson Hoyt on the pickoff attempt. Davis with the infield single, and then you gift him 180 feet. That right now the difference between this being a 1-0 game and a 2-0 game.
Now faces Taylor Kirk, who had that triple in the first inning, came around to scores the first run. First pitch from Hoyt. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Hoyt at 43 pitches through 2 2/3 so far. Nobody up in the Wareham bullpen. That's all Hoyt here in the third. A 1 pitch. Catches the bottom part of the zone for strike 2. Wareham with its backs up against the wall. Absolutely nowhere to go. Need 2 runs to tie up this game to keep it going and eventually take the lead and win it, or else the season will be over. 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. Jackson Hoyt does his job after the run comes across. Gets back-to-back outs. But Hyannis extends its lead. 2-0 Harbor Hawks. Wareham coming to bat, looking to start something offensively.
Hey Gatemen fans, give it up for a hometown MVP, Harvey Waste and Recycling. Just like the Gatemen clean up on the field, Harvey keeps our communities clean every day. Big hits, clean streets, and reliable service you can count on. Now that's a winning team. Visit elharveynewbedford.com or call 508-995-0544. Harvey New Bedford, keeping Wareham game ready all season long.
Searching for a golf cart, street legal low-speed vehicle, or utility vehicle? Come visit C2 Vehicles in Wareham or online at c2vehicles.com. Trusted across the South Coast, Cape and Island since 1978, C2 Vehicles has the ride for work, play, and everything in between. Broken PS5 or Xbox? A+ Repair specializes in all repairs, including game consoles, computers, smartphones, and tablets. Walk-ins are welcome, and most repairs are done in less than an hour. 508-962-2394 or aplusrepairs.net for more info.
Reed Custom Soils, a subsidiary of the AD Makepeace Company, is New England's most experienced precision soil blender. Reed is the leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installation, stabilized stone dust for nature paths and pedestrian walkways, bioretention and rain garden soils, and specialized soils for athletic fields, including your Spillane Field. To learn more, visit reedcustomsoils.com.
Bottom half of the third here in Wareham. That's been the story for the Gatemen ever since Friday in this stretch of 5 games in 3 days to end the season. But the Harbor Hawks causing some commotion. Up 2-0, and a new arm onto the mound for them as well.
It is Griffin Madden making his Cape League debut, the rising senior out of James Madison. 6'3", 195 pounds. Made 18 appearances with James Madison this past spring. Pitched to an 8.89 ERA and a 1-0 record across 26 1/3. Starts his day against the 8.91 hitters, and a good start for Richie Kerstetter.
He was magnificent. 2 innings of no hit, no run ball, no walks, 5 strikeouts. His final line, with a hit by pitch in there as well. But Wareham still searching for its first hit of the game. It'll be Dylan Dubovic, Henry DeGiorgio, and R.J. Hamilton, 8-9-1 here in the bottom of the third. First pitch of the season for Madden. Finds the zone for strike 1. It is a 3-pitch mix for him of fastball, curveball, and the changeup. rides with the fastball at 65% usage. The 0-1 misses down in the dirt. That fastball tops out as well at 91 miles an hour. Trying to keep the Harbor Hawks in front while Wareham desperately searches for a comeback. 1 ball and 1 strike here on the left fielder, Dubovic. Pitch misses outside for ball 2. Dubovic did play in the game earlier, was 0 for 1 with the strikeout, did have a walk though. 176 hitter on the season, has been here from the start. The 2-1, fouled at the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the biggest problem for Dylan Dubovic all season has been the strikeout. It's at 42 on the year. That a season high. Trying to avoid that here and get on base for Wareham. Madden, set, deals. Breaker that's Q-shotted over to first base. Lamb grabs it, steps on the bag for out number 1. Adam, this Wareham offense had nothing in the second and the first. Kerstetter shut them down, and Madden picking up right now where he left off.
That's right, and it was a much different approach against Kerstetter as it will be against Madden. Kerstetter with a fastball in the mid-80s, ramping up with the velocity. Griffin Madden gets into the low 90s. Wareham has seen higher velocity better than guys that go from the mid to upper 80s.
First pitch here to Henry DeGiorgio. Misses down low. DeGiorgio's first at-bat of the night as he rounds out the 9 for Ryan Smythe and company. Was 0 for 2, got hit by the pitch in the first game against Orleans. 1-0 from Madden. Misses at the top part of the zone for ball 2. It's been a long day already for Wareham. Started this morning at exactly dead noon against Orleans in what was a 7-inning game. Fell 5-2 in that one. And with the COT win, it's all the pressure on the Gatemen to have to win this game. 2-0 is a weak fly ball to short. Kirk moves on to the outfield grass and makes the play. 2 quick outs for Griffin Madden.
Working with efficiency. Expecting to see plenty of arms in this game for Hyannis. I think on the Wareham side, you're happy to see Richie Kerstetter sit down, but at the end of the day, you have to generate offense regardless of who's on the mound. Griffin Madden has mixed his pitches very well early on.
And it's just insane that we've gotten to this point where Wareham needs to win. COT was losing 3-2 in the bottom half of the 7th. Last licks at Lowell Park as the first pitch here to Hamilton is chopped foul. They were trailing 3-2, got 2 runners aboard. Sam Christensen with a walk-off 2 RBI double.
And needed the win, too. So they needed both runs. Just one, and if you get the tie, Wareham would be in the playoffs. But now, Gatemen need a win or a tie to get there themselves.
And trailing 2-0. No ball, 1 strike count here on Hamilton. The pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. He struck out looking to Kerstetter to start off the game offensively for the Gatemen. Wareham looking for a rally here at home. 11-8 at Spillane Field this season. As the 1-1 pitch popped down the right field line, foul. Compared to 3-17 on the road. They've got it all done really this season here at home and are going to need to do so again here tonight if they want to keep the season going.
Have to start generating some offense. This is a guy that can kickstart. Ryan Smythe said that R.J. Hamilton is a spark plug for this team, trying to ignite a 2-out rally.
Madden deals the 1-2. Fastball high and away. And Hamilton has been another guy that has been here since the start of the season and has not wasted his opportunity. A .302 batting average across 31 games for the Gatemen. That BA leads the team. He's been a monster. 2-2. The big breaker gets Hamilton to swing and miss. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Griffin Madden. And after 3 frames, it's Hyannis 2-0. Time to check in with our sideline reporter, CeCe Gabriel, for the first time tonight in a winner-go-home game for the Gatemen.
Here on Intern Appreciation Night, nearly 50 Gatemen interns are being recognized for their hard work and dedication to their organization so far this summer. I spoke to Gatemen General Manager Jay Spinelli before the game, and he said that while working with several different personalities, the things that they all have in common is that they love sports and they want to have a career in sports. Now, right now, the pressure is on, and the Gatemen are in a must-win game against Hyannis in order to secure a playoff spot. But Spinelli told me, I want to win for these interns. It's not just about the guys, it means so much more. From there, he spoke on how dedication, discipline, preparation, and strong work ethic all play into success, and those are the things that we need to see from the Gatemen today in order to secure a playoff spot. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, CeCe. Wareham in a massive, massive game. In just a 7-inning matchup between Hyannis and Wareham, it's the Harborhawks that lead it 2-0, and Jackson Hoyt, in his first start of the season, goes into the 4th inning, Dan.
Stretching him out for Hoyt. He's looking to get to a place where he really hasn't been all season. When you look at his relief outings, it's a lot of, an inning and 2/3, 2 innings. He did pitch 3 1/3 against Chatham in his last appearance. He will match that with 1 out here. But beyond that, will be a new season high for Jackson Hoyt. So going into kind of uncharted territory with him.
He threw 55 pitches against the Anglers. He has 45 through his first 3 frames against the Harborhawks. Facing the heart of the Hyannis lineup, 3-4-5, lefty, righty, lefty. It starts with Matt Einish, followed by Clay Thompson and Andrew Lamb. Einish with a sac fly to right to open this game scoring in the top of the first. It scored Taylor Kirk, who had the 1-out triple. Left on left, Hoyt sets and fires. Spikes in the dirt. We talked about the grip and control being a much more prominent factor in this game with the rain.
It certainly is. The ball's wet out there, hard to get a grip, and Hoyt, a guy that likes to use his exploding breaking stuff.
Another one that misses the zone this time. Misses inside in the count, 2-0. Einish, the second baseman from West Virginia, batting .301. Two-0 pitch. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Nobody up and throwing for the Gatemen quite yet. Trusting Hoyt to get through this 4th inning. The rain continues to come down.
Harder now, too.
The 3-0. Outside, and with showers starting to come, Hoyt issues a 4-pitch walk, and now the umpires are going to conference if this game's going to be paused. Everyone's starting to walk towards the dugout, and we are putting this game into a delay. That was a quick call from the umpires. 2-0 Hyannis in a win-or-go-home game for Wareham. Harborhawks have already clinched the #1 seed, and the suspense builds on the final day of the regular season. The last game in action, and rain that has been kind of friendly for Wareham throughout the summer. This time, hopefully giving Wareham a chance to reset with an offense that has yet to record a hit.
Maybe you're hoping that it's one of those games where, hey, you get this break, take advantage of it because nothing has been going Wareham's way to start off. Mitch Carricker out of the dugout to talk things over with Ryan Smythe as the 3 umpires conference. It's not like you can't play through this rain. It's more just a matter of how long is it going to last. Right now it's more annoying than anything. The field looks fine. It's not muddy yet. And the worst scenario in this would for this game to just be wiped off the board.
For Ryan Smythe, you're probably hoping that they went into a delay before Jackson Hoyt threw the 4-pitch walk. And right after that, Hoyt struggling with his command and everyone heading towards the clubhouse. Hyannis camped out in the first base dugout, and fans starting to head for their cars and duck for cover. Field being tarped at Spillane. We'll be back with an update. It's Hyannis 2, Wareham nothing on the home of Gatemen baseball in Game 40 of the Cape League season. Back at Spillane Field, top of the fourth after a 10-minute rain delay. It's a runner on first and nobody out. Jackson Hoyt against Clay Thompson. Hoyt issued a 4-pitch walk to Matt Einish. It's off the bag at first, being held on by Dylan Passo. First pitch out of the delay is a called strike. 7:51 to 8 o'clock, Dan. 9-minute delay, but the umpires conferenced. It started to pour. Jackson Hoyt losing command. They decided, let's throw this game into a pause.
And you hope that Wareham can use the pause to their advantage now. Regroup in that dugout. Hoyt gets a little bit of rest, regain the control, go after him.
Gatemen with no hits in their first 3 innings. Just a 7-inning game today. The 1-1. Ground ball and foul. Oh for 1 day for Thompson so far. It was a ground out to the shortstop, Henry DeGiorgio, to end off the first inning. Hyannis with 1 in the first, 1 in the third. Hoyt's 1-2. Inside, nearly gets away from Clark. Forces Einish back to first.
And there is an arm getting warm in that Wareham bullpen. Looks like a righty.
Couple of people up and walking around. The 5th game in the last 3 days for the Gatemen. 2-2. Called strike 3. Paints the outer third. Thompson down on strikes. It's the 3rd punch out of the day for the lefty Jackson Hoyt.
That was a strike all the way right there. Catch the outside part of the plate. Mitch Carricker and company not happy about it, but that one is clear as it gets as it comes in on the StatCast.
So now it's Andrew Lamb, the first baseman from USC. He was the first strikeout victim of the day for Jackson Hoyt. Hoyt's delivery. Fly ball out to center. Cruson has to sprint. Diving catch. He holds it in for out number 2. Big play from Chase Cruson. Let one slip earlier in the first. Gave up a triple. That time he makes the catch. A sprawling effort for the second out.
Does a nice job of getting to it. Keeps the ball in the glove as he hits the ground. Nice job to get 2 outs on the board after the delay.
All smiles there from Chase Cruson. Wareham hoping that the rain delay stops the Hyannis momentum. 2-0 in a 7-inning game. First pitch to Tyler Lang. Down and in. A couple of pitches that have gone in and out of the glove of Levi Clark today. That was Hoyt's 56th pitch of the day, an official season high for the left-hander out of Florida. And his first start of the summer was the first call out of the pen against Chatham on Monday. The 1-0. Called strike. Enter third. Lang batting 167, the designated hitter from USC Upstate. Trying to extend the inning. 1-1 pitch. Outside. 2-1. It's tough for us to get a read in this Wareham bullpen. Nobody throwing. Guys standing around, ready to be accelerated. Hoyt trying to get through his 4th. 2-1. Just inside. Lang gets ahead in the count, 3-1. Einish worked the leadoff walk. See it right there, the activity. 3-1. Skied out into right center field. Cruson calls off Groen, and he makes the catch on the back pedal for the 3rd out of the inning. A long inning after a 10-minute rain delay. Hoyt comes out of it and retires the next 3 hitters consecutively. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Wareham has to get something going offensively, trailing 2-0. It is the top of the order due up when we return here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Get your merch at the Wareham Gatemen website and click shop to view our latest merch drops. The 2026 Gatemen Kids Clinic registration is live and open. Starting next week, kids will have the chance to be taught by Gatemen coaches and players. For more information, visit the Wareham Gatemen website for dates, times, prices, and opportunities for your kids to have the most memorable week of their summer.
We are harvesting.
Hyannis already having clinched the West Division crown. They will be the number 1 seed in the Cape League playoffs that kick off Tuesday. It'll be a day off tomorrow for all 8 teams that make the postseason. Wareham trying to be the 8th. 7 teams have already punched their ticket, but Gatemen with work to do, trailing 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Perfect time to get the offense going. Heart of the order coming to the plate against the reliever Griffin Madden, who dominated in that third, but he just had a long sit in the dugout. Wareham needs to take advantage of that.
After the rain delay that halted this game for 10 minutes, Jackson Hoyt came back out to the mound for Wareham, retired 3 straight. Hoping the rust kicks in for the Harbor Hawks reliever, who comes in for the starter Richie Kerstetter. Pitched 2 innings, didn't allow a hit or a walk, and struck out 5. Hit 1 batter. That was the only blemish on his 2 innings of work. 2-3-4 due up for Wareham. Connor Cuff, Levi Clark, and Chase Cruson. 2 lefties and a righty. As Madden comes set. Pitch. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Connor Cuff entered this morning's matchup with Orleans. 7 for his last 13. But today 0 for 1, and then an 0 for 3 outing against the Firebirds. 1-0. Up and away. Seeing the first right-hander of the game. Cuff in that 0 for 3 day where he faced the left-hander DC Brown. But now Cuff with a chance to finally face a righty. Up 2-0, the bottom of the 4th. Comebacker skips past the glove of Madden. No play for Taylor Kirk at short, and Wareham, for the 2nd time today, has a leadoff base runner.
There you go. Doesn't have to be pretty. Doesn't matter how you do it. Just need to get aboard. Connor Cuff does exactly that, and you tee up Levi Clark now to try and get this thing going.
It was not pretty. Madden just couldn't bend down quick enough, and Cuff knows that goes down as a hit. Not hit hard off the bat. But now Levi Clark, last time he was here at Spillane Field, launched his first home run of the season. First pitch, a strike. Clark struck out his first time up. Capped off a 1-2-3 first for Richie Kerstetter. The 0-1. Punched foul. 0-2. Clark snapped a 6-game hit streak this afternoon against the Firebirds. Has been better at home. The 0-2. Outside. Clark was retired on 3 pitches in the first. Was on the cusp of having it done again. But Madden goes outside. Fastball low and away. Clark starts to battle back. 1-2. Called strike 3. Similar spot this time, catches the zone. And Wareham has its first out of the inning.
Madden just tunneled 2 pitches to the outside part of the plate. The first one just missed. That one in the zone gets Clark looking.
The cleanup hitter, Chase Cruson, in a 2-0 game that only spans 7 innings. Wareham needs a win or a tie to extend its season. Pitch. Fly ball out to left field. Ziener on the run towards foul ground, and he makes the catch. Hit on a rope from Chase Cruson, but it doesn't matter. 2 outs in the 4th.
Unfortunate break there for Wareham. Cruson doing everything possible. Hard hit ball into the outfield. Just can't drop.
Going to Klein. Plenty of power in the bat. Represents the tying run in the 4th inning. Wareham with a win gets the 4 seed in a playoff series with Hyannis. Cuff on first, right on right. First pitch cut on and missed. 89-mile-an-hour fastball. And on the hands. And Cly under it for strike 1. And Cly, one of 5 strikeout victims from Griffin Madden, or from Kerstetter rather. And Nikolai threw 2 pitches, is behind 0-2.
Needs to battle here. Try and keep this going.
Gatemen have been punched out 7 times today. 2 looking, 5 swinging. 0-2. Breaking ball dances away from Nikolai. Tough take. Swept across the zone and the count 1-2. Nikolai, another guy that had a hit streak snapped. Recorded hits in 3 straight before Orleans. 1-2 gets away, Cuff on to second. So Wareham trying to cut into this lead, has a runner in scoring position for the first time today.
There you go. Take advantage of the mistakes. Nikolai is a guy that can shoot a ball into the outfield to score this run, even with 2 strikes on him.
2-2 the count. Madden sets and delivers. Up and away, ball 3. Nikolai hitting .333 with runners in scoring position. Has contributed to that 27 RBI total. The payoff. Foul tipped into the mid of Fosberg for strike 3. 2 punch-outs in the inning for Griffin Madden. Wareham as a leadoff infield single. That's all it gets in the 4th. It was the first hit of the day, but we head to the 5th. Time ticking for the Gatemen. New arm into the game for Wareham when we come back here on Cape League TV.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Jackson Hoyt's day is done. He departs in line for the loss in a 7-inning game where the Gatemen need a win to extend their season. First call to the bullpen is brought to you by Alyssa Watling Intuitive. Ryan Smythe turns to the 6-foot right-hander on his way to Tampa University, Nick Ryder.
Ryder has been super sharp out of the pen for Wareham in 3 appearances so far this season. 4 innings, no runs, hasn't even given up a hit, 4 walks and 5 strikeouts. So it makes sense that they trust Ryder to go out there and try and hold this game.
Ryder last pitched on the 31st against Cotuit. Went 2 innings, didn't allow a hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. He's tasked with the 7, 8, 9 hitters to start his day. Henry Ziener, J.C. Davis, and Will Fosberg, lefty, righty, lefty. Ziener grounded into an inning-ending double play his first time up. He'll open the 5th. First relief pitcher of the day as Jackson Hoyt gets his first start of the summer and delivers 4 innings. First pitch from Ryder, just outside for ball 1. Hoyt throws his most pitches in a season. 1-0. Bottom third, called a strike, 1-1. Most pitches in a game this season went across the 60 pitch mark. Allowed 2 hits in those 4 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned. The reason it wasn't earned, though, was an error on Hoyt. The 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. So obviously Hoyt wants that one back. It would be a 1-0 game.
But he did enough to keep Wareham in the game. 2 runs, only given up.
2-1. Called strike, outer third. Count evens at 2-2. Trying to give Hyannis a leadoff base runner. 2-2 pitch. Sky high pop up, shallow center field. Cruising under it. He loses it, and it falls in left center field. The throw gets away from a covering Paso at second. 4 guys in there on the scene for Wareham, and it falls between all 4. And there's a leadoff base runner on second for the Hawks.
And that's an inexcusable error in a game like this. You're not going to win games like this if things like that are happening. That's a lazy fly ball into center field. That should be cruising all day long. He completely loses it. Nobody knows where it is, and it falls in front of Dubovic in left center. That's bad right there.
So nobody touches it. It's the 3rd double of the season for Henry Ziener. First pitch to J.C. Davis, down and away for ball 1. It's a very rough start for Nick Ryder. Induces, like you said, Dan, a lazy fly ball. But the inning starts with the runner in scoring position. Corners of the infield in. Middle back against Davis, who singled and scored his last time up. 1-0. Catches the zone, called a strike, 1-1. Davis, the third baseman out of Rice. Came across to score the latest Hyannis run. Late swing over the top of the fastball, and the count 1-2. Fastball, slider, cutter, and a changeup. The righty from Newberry set to transfer to Tampa. Rydel's 1-2. Slider away. Bottom of the order for Hyannis. Ziener doubled on a sky-high fly ball to left center field that got lost in the lights. 2-2 comes home. Golfed, shallow center field, sinking fast, but DeGiorgio at short, back to haul it in.
There you go. That one doesn't get lost in the lights. Makes the play out there. Good efficiency from Ryder to bounce back, not let the double get in his head.
Brings in Will Fosberg, the 9th inning catcher, who drove in J.C. Davis with a sac fly to left. Davis singled and worked his way to third on the error from Jackson Hoyt. Now it's Nick Ryder trying to keep the season alive for Wareham. Top of the 5th in a 7-inning game. Pitch. Downstairs. Fosberg gets ahead 1-0. The catcher from Northeastern said it was a dream come true to come play on the Cape. A local kid. Area is a part of this Harbor Hawks team that has already clinched the #1 seed in the West. 1-0. Half swing, doesn't matter. Went around.
And Ryder really uses fastball and splitter as his only two pitches. Makes it really tough for hitters to decipher what's coming because they look somewhat the same.
1-1. Ryder from the belt. Comes home. Popped up behind home plate, and the count now 1-2.
You can keep that foul ball, courtesy of attorney Glenn Hamilton, his daughter Tevis, and
Fosberg
his grandsons Chase and
hitting
Ryan.
.375 with runners in scoring position. Chance to add to this Hyannis lead. Gatemen down to their final 9 outs. Final day of the regular season that has been flipped on its head. 1-2. Down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gatemen entered the day controlling their own destiny. They still do. A win or a tie, and they're in. Trying to punch its ticket to a playoff series with the team that they're playing here tonight. 2-2. Popped up and out of play. Fosberg working a really tough at-bat.
Battling against Ryder. He's thrown a lot of pitches here early on. Doesn't help when your defense can't catch a fly ball.
Should be the bases clear and 2 outs. Ryder looks in. Collects himself for the 2-2. 6th pitch of the at-bat. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Big strikeout for Nick Ryder, his first of the day. Puts 2 away in the 5th.
Huge one. With the runner at second and nobody down, Ryder has not let that get in his head. Just attacking hitters like he has this season and puts 2 outs on the board.
Even need offense. But Ryder trying to keep it at just a 2-run deficit. Lineup card turns over. Nick Dromboski, the center fielder, digs in and looks at a first pitch fastball away for ball 1. Leadoff hitter 0 for 2 today. Batting .321 this season. Averages suggest a hit coming. 1-0. Popped up and hooking foul out of play. Ryder has already thrown 18 pitches. Doesn't go down as an error, but should have had help from his defense. Fly ball lost in the lights. Drops amongst all 4 defenders for Wareham. One. Slider bends in, called a strike. 1-2. Ryder trying to retire 3 straight, work around the leadoff double from Zener. Still put at second. The 1-2 to Dromboski. Up and away. Try to speed him up with the fastball in the count 2-2. Dromboski in his 8th game of the summer for the Harbor Hawks. Long lead off of second. Ryder doesn't care. Goes home, and it's blown out of play. Zener took off from third there. That was a sizable lead between second and third.
He was probably between second and third by the time that Ryder was going into his windup.
The concern for the Gatemen is to retire Dromboski, though. Out the runner at second. 2-2 pitch. Short hop over to Hamilton. Smothers it. Rifles to first in time to retire the side. Leadoff double from Henry Zener. All Hyannis musters in the top of the 5th. Wareham needs offense. Life hanging in the balance. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. It's 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Gatemen.
Hey, it's me, Wizzy. Water Whiz is the ultimate vacation. Huge slides, a not-so-lazy river, and more ways to cool off than you can count. Plan ahead and save. Tickets as low as $39.95. Rally your crew and lock in your date.
For a good piece of glass, call Abby, located at 3 Tyler Avenue in East Wareham. Call Abby Glass and Locks about getting a free quote for your windows, doors, locks, and other glass needs.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
That is where the CCBL postseason bracket stands, ahead of one more result. Wareham or Cotuit, it's the Gatemen that need a win or a tie to face off in a Game 1 on Tuesday at McKeon Park. Alongside Dan Shalam, I'm Adam Hipsky. Wareham needs life offensively. Just one hit across the first 4 innings. Second arm out of the pen for Mitch Carricker. The pitching change brought to you by Alyssa Watling Intuitive. It is Justin Fryer, the left-hander out of Northwestern, that tries to hang on to this Hyannis 2-0 lead.
Another guy making his Cape League debut here in the final day of the regular season for the Harbor Hawks, has spent the majority of the season, the summer, with the North Shore Navigators from the NECBL. 12 appearances with them, a 2-1 record with 2 saves, the ERA at 2.84. This, a guy who didn't have all that much work at Northwestern, pitched 18 innings, an ERA of 11.7. So has kind of bounced back this summer, looking to continue that ahead of the Harbor Hawks playoff run.
The left-hander takes the mound, trying to protect this lead. Wareham's one hit was an infield single against Griffin Madden, whose day is done. Line final, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Starts with the left-handed Dylan Passo. First pitch of Fryer's day is a called strike, 0-1. Lefty, righty, righty due up in the bottom of the 5th. Gatemen offense went silent in the back half of this afternoon's game against Orleans. The 0-1. Tapped foul, 0-2. Wareham left 8 on base in the first 4 innings. Scored just 2 runs and fell 5-2 to Orleans. Passo behind 0-2. Did he check? He did not go. He did check his swing. The appeal down to Marvick Gomez. Passo holds in the count 1-2. Leadoff hitter in the 5th. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. 1-2 put in play, and instead dances foul in the count 1-2.
It'll be interesting to see how Wareham responds to another southpaw. Kerstetter in this game, 2 innings, and then D.C. Brown in the previous went 4 1/3 with 1 hit given up. So Wareham 6 1/3 with just 1 hit.
1-2, cut on and miss, strike 3. Passo goes fishing, and there's 1 away. Passo's second strikeout of the day.
And that Kerstetter in this game, 2 innings, and then D.C. Brown in the previous went 4 1/3 with 1 hit given up. So Wareham 6 1/3 with just 1 hit.
1-2, cut on and miss, strike 3. Passo goes fishing, and there's 1 away. Passo's second strikeout of the day.
And that against the 6 1/3 left-handed pitching. Left to go to score 2 runs on a day in which the offense has had nothing so far.
No runs since the top of the 3rd against the Firebirds. Dylan Dubovic steps in. Swings at a first pitch breaking ball and comes it foul. Dubovic also grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. That was back in the 3rd. The 8th hitting Dubovic, who has stuck it out with this Wareham team from the start. The 0-1. Ground ball right side, a chance for 3 unassisted plays for Andrew Lamb, and he gets it done. Back-to-back groundouts to first for Dylan Dubovic. Wareham goes 1-2-3 against the reliever Justin Fryer. Gatemen lifeless offensively, trailing 2-0 as we turn it to the 6th.
8-9, 9-8. Next up, a trip from the Cape Cod dinner train for two goes to ticket 39586.
Well, thanks, guys. It has been a challenging season for the Wareham Gatemen. They started off 5-15, but now they are 1 win away from securing a playoff spot. I talked to Gateman assistant coach Nick Ewing before the game, and he told me that this is the first time for a lot of these players that they struggled in their entire baseball career. But in the last 4 games, they've seen sparks, and now they're seeing that their offense and their arms have the capability of having a really deep playoff run. In the same vein, I talked to assistant general manager of the Gatemen, Dan Roche, and he said that in his 3 summers of being with the Gatemen, this is the tightest that he's seen the West Division. In the midst of having a tight West Division, he says that Wareham has created an identity of a scrappy offense that takes long at bats and a pitching staff that is dominant. It's game 40, and Wareham has 2 innings to turn things around. We'll see how they finish things out. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, CeCe. Appreciate your reporting as always, CeCe. Gabriel, you have been great throughout this entire 40-game season, and we'll see if the Wareham offense can muster some momentum. Maybe we'll get to hear from you more in the postseason. But for now, it is 2-0 Hyannis in the top half of the 6th. Wareham with 6 outs left to go on offense to score 2 runs. But first, they have to deal with the heart of the order for the Harbor Hawks. 2-3-4 to the plate, going against the reliever, Nick Ryder.
The pitching has done its job, Dan, and it really hasn't been on the fault of Jackson Hoyt and Nick Ryder. They've been good. They've kept Wareham at an arm's length within striking distance. However, when the offense can't put up a run, it makes it really tough to pitch. You're trying to pitch to perfection. Wareham not providing the run support, and down to its final 6 outs here in game 40.
Ryder looking to keep it at a 2-0 deficit. Wareham will have the 9-1-2 hitters in the bottom half of the inning. But Ryder needs to deal first with Taylor Kirk. The right-hitting shortstop steps in, who had a triple back in the first, came around to score to make it 1-0. First pitch from Ryder here in the 6th. Misses high, 4-1. 7-inning game here today at Spillane Field. As of right now, that a big disadvantage for the Gatemen. The 1-0 runs inside, 4-2 for Ryder in his first inning of work in the 5th. Let up a leadoff double to Henry Zener, which was just a dropped fly ball in the outfield, but then got the following 3 hitters to get out. Here's the 2-0. Clips the inside part of the zone for strike 1, so he did a really nice job of responding to that adversity and looking to keep the positive momentum rolling. 5 innings for him where he has not allowed a run. 2-1 pitch. Slap back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And last inning was the first time that Ryder had let up a hit. So he's been really sharp. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Kirk, who went down looking to end off the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Swings at it. The ball gets by Clark all the way to the screen. He throws to Passo at first. His foot comes off the bag, but he gets it back there in time. Originally looked like Kirk tapped the pitch foul. That's why he hesitated out of the box, but Clark does a nice job of cleaning up the mess for out number 1.
Calm in the midst of chaos. Levi Clark still delivers a throw that was good enough. Passo had to leap for it, took his foot off the bag. Bang, bang play. What a stretch from Dylan Passo. Prevents a leadoff base runner. Thumbs up for Levi Clark.
You see it right there. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Now Matt Hyannis at the plate. Fouls the first pitch back to the screen. Had a walk back in the 4th. Sack fly in the 1st to bring home Kirk, which gave the Harbor Hawks a 1-0 lead. Added to that in the 3rd. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slapped over to Hamilton at second. He loves it on a line, and there's 2 down.
He'll take it. 2 up, 2 down. Ryder has done everything he's been asked of. Outside of the leadoff double in the 5th, that really was not his fault. Retired 5 straight.
Trying to make that 6 here against Clay Thompson, the right fielder. First pitch from Ryder. Misses inside, 4-1. Again, Wareham will have the 9-1-2 hitters in the bottom half of the 6th, an offense that has produced just 1 hit through 5 innings. Ryder fires the 1-0 and misses upstairs for ball 2. And Justin Fryer out of the bullpen worked a 1-2-3 bottom half of the 5th against Wareham. He looked really sharp. The 2-0. Catches the outside part of the zone for strike 1. And for the Wareham offense, 6 in a row sat down. It's been a struggle. 2-1 pitch. A mile-high pop-up on the infield. DeGiorgio and Hamilton coming in. It will be DeGiorgio. Gets under it, makes the play for out number 3. 2 innings of clean work from Nick Ryder. He's doing everything in his power to try and will the Gatemen to victory, but the offense needs to get going. 9-1-2 coming in the bottom of the 6th.
Every child deserves the basics. Gifts to Give is making that happen, and you can help. Volunteer, donate, or shop their thrift store Saturdays. Visit giftstogive.org and make a difference today.
The Wareham-based AD Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is North America's largest cranberry grower and a recognized leader in environmentally responsible real estate development and land stewardship. For 172 years, AD Makepeace Company has supported community events and organizations like your Wareham Gatemen. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights, be prepared, and contact Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP also have offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkmlaw.com.
Wareham's season on the line, trailing 2-0 here in the bottom half of the 6th with the 9-1-2 hitters coming to the plate. Dan Shalam with you alongside Adam Hipsky here at Spillane Field. Still Justin Fryer, the southpaw, on the mound for Hyannis. Came in, worked a 1-2-3, bottom half of the 5th. Looks to do the same against DeGiorgio. Left on left, first pitch. Down in the dirt for ball 1. A Wareham offense that has posted just 1 hit through 5 innings. And a lot of swing and miss, 8 strikeouts in those first 5 frames. The 1-0 misses upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes, and for Fryer, struck out Dylan Passo, got Carter Groen and Dylan Dubovic to both ground out to first. It's got lefty, righty, lefty here, so advantage to him. But down 2-0 here to DeGiorgio. The pitch misses upstairs, and DeGiorgio just a pitch away from working the leadoff walk.
Staying patient. Fryer had a nice 5th. More pitches you see, gives you a better chance for not just you, but your teammates down the line as well.
The 3-0 fastball right down the middle. 4 strike 1. DeGiorgio, a 244 hitter on the year for Wareham, has really been a spark plug at the bottom of the order, and Wareham needs him to come through now more than ever in this win-or-go-home affair. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball over to second. Hyannis gloves, throws to first, and there's 1 down here in the 6th.
Good bounce back from Justin Fryer. 3 straight balls, and then makes DeGiorgio put in play. Couldn't barrel it up. Took an interesting hop on Hyannis, but stayed composed and 1 down in the 6th.
Top of the order now for the Gatemen. R.J. Hamilton comes to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. each coming against a different reliever. So he's seen all 3 guys in this game. Fryer ready. Deals. First pitch fastball at 91 miles per hour on the outside part of the plate. Fryer gets ahead 0-1. Wareham with 5 outs to score 2 runs, or else the season will be over. 0-1 pitch. Hamilton checks his swing, doesn't matter. Called strike anyway. And Fryer has the Wareham leadoff man down 0-2. Hamilton with a big deep breath. He's been here since the beginning. 300 batting average on the season. Wareham needs him now. 0-2, swing and a miss. Fryer with his second strikeout has retired all 5 hitters he's faced. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Not the time where you want the bats to cool off. R.J. Hamilton, who has not had a great day, came into this afternoon's matchup with Orleans on a 5-game hit streak, hitless against the Firebirds, and 0-for-3 with 3 strikeouts today.
Connor Cuff at the plate now, left on left. First pitch from Fryer. Cuff goes fishing and misses for strike 1. Cuff has the lone base hit of the day. It came to lead off the 4th, and it was also a grounder back to the pitcher, Madden, that just got by him. Wareham hasn't had a ball leave the infield for a hit today. The 0-1 misses outside for ball 1. Not the time for the Gatemen offense to go cold. Cuff looking to start a 2-out rally. A .324 hitter on the season. 1-1 pitch. Lined up the middle and through. Gets past a diving Hyannis. Both hits in this game for Wareham have come off the bat of Connor Cuff.
And the first one was an infield dribbler that just slipped past the glove of Griffin Madden. You'll take it if you're Wareham. Obviously, you want it sooner in the inning, but didn't get it from your leadoff hitter, and now Levi Clark trying to extend in the 6th inning.
Clark 0-for-2 with a pair of strikeouts. This is a huge at-bat for the Gatemen. Clark represents the tying run in this game. First pitch from Fryer. Flown down the right field line, and it goes foul. Quickly 0-1. Clark had his first home run of this season in Wareham's last home game on Friday night against Bourne. Looking to channel some of that energy here in this at-bat with the season on the line. The 0-1 runs inside for ball 1. But at the very least, just keep the line moving. You don't need it all in one swing here. If you were the Gatemen, just need to try and get some offensive momentum going, something that they have not had the entire game. 1-1, cut and a miss for strike 2. It's been that wipeout pitch, the slider, that has really been getting these Wareham hitters.
Just really out of sync. Tons of swings and misses.
The 1-2 with Cuff at first. Clark fights it off once again down the right field line in that same spot where he put the first foul ball. The count stays at 1-2 strikes. Clark, a returner, made the playoffs with Wareham last summer, a Gateman team that was swept by the Kettleers in 2 games. 1-2. Clark just taps it back to the screen. Stays alive, though. Still 1-2. Ryan Smythe trying to get his team back to the playoffs. But it doesn't look good right now. Need Levi Clark to come up with a base hit. The 1-2. Clubbed into left field, and that ball is down. Gets in front of Zener. Cuff stops at second. Back-to-back singles for Wareham here with 2 outs.
Now Chase Cruson. Obviously, you keep Justin Fryer, at least I imagine they do, left on left, who has struggled against left-handed pitching this season. But Wareham for the first time today with multiple guys aboard.
First time that they have had a runner in scoring position since Cuff stood on second base back in the fourth. Cruson trying to deliver. 0 for 1 today. Was hit by the pitch back in the second. Runners at first and second. First pitch to Cruson. He swings. A looper down the right field line, foul. He was ready to swing on that one, so much so that he cracked his bat.
Yeah, it really sounded like it split right there on the knob. And so now Cruson walks back to the dugout. It's a new bat. Wareham, obviously still time in the seventh, but with the tying run on base, remember the Gatemen just need a tie. But this feels like, as an offense that's been as slow and sluggish as it's been, feels like this might be the time.
It's Cuff at second, Clark at first. Fryer set the 0-1, down in the dirt. Fosberg does a nice job of keeping it close. If he lets a ball by him, Wareham will have 2 runners in scoring position. Cruson, another returner from that team last year that went to the playoffs. A .240 average with runners in scoring position. 1-1. Misses high and away. 4-2. Wareham starting to get a 2-out rally going. Justin Fryer looking to squash it for Hyannis. First time with multiple base hits in an inning today for the Gatemen. 2-1. A shot into right field. Going back is Thompson. He makes the play. And Fryer gets out of the jam. Wareham with back-to-back singles with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th. But they leave both runners on base. The Gatemen down to their final 3 outs of the season. But first, they need to play defense one more time. We head to the 7th with everything on the line here at Spillane Field.
Cranberry Federal Credit Union stands apart by combining the heart of a community-driven credit union with the spirit of an educator. We don't just offer banking. We teach, guide, and support every step of the way, ensuring our members gain the confidence and financial stability to thrive. With deep local roots and a commitment to lifelong learning, we're more than a financial institution. We're a partner in your success. Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham. Reddy Kiernan and McNally LLP also has offices in New Bedford and Falmouth. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website at www.rkm-law.com. Cranberry Federal Credit Union has been proudly serving the community of Wareham since 1962. Please check out our rates for your borrowing needs. For the parents of children, explore a Cranberry Kids Club account and its 5% annual percentage rate for the first $500 deposited. Cranberry Federal Credit Union. We are harvesting financial success.
Seventh inning here at Spillane Field, the final frame in this game. We take a look at the postseason history from last year for Wareham and the year prior. Have lost to Cotuit both times, and now the Cavaliers threatening to take over that playoff spot from the Gatemen if Wareham can't rally in the bottom of the 7th.
Cotuit sure hasn't been friendly to Ryan Smythe. And right now, with a 7th inning rally, where the Cavaliers took down the Braves, now Cotuit can kick Wareham out of the playoffs. Held the spot heading into the final game.
It's the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Hyannis here in the top of the 7th, starting with Andrew Lamb. Still Nick Rydell on the mound. He misses outside for ball 1. Wareham will have its 5, 6, and 7 hitters to the plate in the bottom of the 7th with the season on the line. Hyannis looking to pad its lead. Rydell looking to hold it. 1-0. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Lamb 0 for 2 in this game. Rydell ready for the 1-1. Here it is. Lamb gets a piece, taps it straight back to the screen. Will be interesting to see if it's still the lefty, Justin Fryer, to close out the game, or try to close out the game and earn the save for Hyannis, or if they will go to someone else. Each of their first 2 pitchers were taken out after 2 innings. 1-2 from Ryder. Misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes against Lamb. The catcher from USC, Ryder. Deals. Lamb shoots one right near the Wareham dugout on the third base side. Foul. Still a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Ryder has looked really sharp since giving up the double to Zener, which was the dropped fly ball. Has retired 6 in a row. Has done his job. The 2-2 pitch. Lamb stays alive once again. Fouls it down the left field line. You couldn't ask for really anything more from Ryder. 2 innings of clean relief. Wareham had a chance in that bottom of the 6th. Had runners at first and second. But that was, of course, before the flyout from Chase Cruson. 2-2 pitch, ground ball over to the first base side. Paso gloves, steps on the bag for the first out. 7 in a row retired for Nick Ryder.
Good concentration from Paso. Didn't let that lip of the infield grass get to him. Took a funny bounce. Stayed in front, got the glove over. Takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down in the 7th. Ryder doing his job.
Tyler Lang steps in now, the DH for Hyannis. The last batter that has not faced Nick Ryder yet. First pitch to him. Big cut and a miss. Tips it into the glove of Clark for strike 1. Wareham is going to need to rally in the bottom half of the 7th, or else the season will be over. 3 outs to do it. The 0-1. Looped out of play from Lang. No balls and 2 strikes. Hyannis with a run in the first, 1 in the 3rd, which was unearned. Not like they have been killing it offensively today. Either team has. 0-2 pitch. Misses on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now Ryder with a chance to pitch away. Tries to get Lang to chase. Won't go.
The 1-2. Tried to attack the outside corner once again. It just misses off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. All Ryder, nobody up in the Wareham bullpen, and for right reason. 2-2 pitch. Roped into right field. Groen takes a few steps back before coming in and making the head-high catch for the 2nd out.
Good read. Wareham's defense starting to settle in. A couple of plays that you look at that first inning, a 1-out triple where Cruson nearly got a glove on it and was very close to making the catch. It was a tough play. Outside of that, the only other run unearned after an error from Jackson Hoyt.
Now Henry Zener with 2 outs. Ryder misses with the first pitch upstairs, 4-1. Wareham had 2 errors against Orleans earlier in the day as the 1-0 catches the outside part for strike 1. And they also have 1 here tonight. Has not been a clean day in the field for Wareham. 1-1. Tap back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryder just a pitch away from keeping the deficit at 2 for the Gatemen to overcome in the bottom of the 7th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs with the bases clear. Ryder deals. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This only a 7-inning game today here at Spillane Field, and that playing to the disadvantage of Wareham. Ryder's 2-2. Runs inside, gets past Clark, and the count goes full. A full count with 2 outs, top half of the 7th. Wareham with Cohen Nicolai, Dylan Passo, and Carter Groen. The minimum to the plate in the 7th with the entire year on the line. Payoff from Ryder. Misses. And Ryder loses control. Issues the walk to Zener.
Ryder, first real blemish of the day. His lone hit, a double that got lost in the lights. Still time to work around it, facing the 8th hitting J.C. Davis.
Davis steps in from the right side with Zener at first after the 2-out walk. Ryder deals, misses in the left-handed batter's box with the slider. Ball 1. Hyannis with just 1 hit since the 3rd inning. They've had nothing as well. 1-0. Misses upstairs. Ryder starting to lose some of his control. He just went past the 50 pitch mark. Trying to keep this a 2-run game by whatever means possible. Battling against the 8th hitter, J.C. Davis for Hyannis. 2-0 broken back grounder over to Passo at first. Gloves, takes it to the bag for the out. Wareham's season on the line in the bottom half of the 7th. 5-6-7 coming to the plate. The Gatemen must tie the game or else the season is over. Find out how it's going to go down on the other side here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Get your merch at the Wareham Gatemen website and click shop to view our latest merch drops. The 2026 Gatemen Kids Clinic registration is live and open. Starting next week, kids will have the chance to be taught by Gatemen coaches and players. For more information, visit the Wareham Gatemen website for dates, times, prices, and opportunities for your kids to have the most memorable week of their summer.
Season on the line. Bottom half of the 7th. Wareham must score 2 to keep this game going. And it's a new arm onto the mound for Hyannis. An Alyssa Watling intuitive pitching change as Parker Guthrie goes for the save.
In his 2nd appearance of the summer, last pitched on July 31st. The job today, get 3 outs and move on to the postseason. Hyannis has already clinched the #1 seed in the West. In Guthrie's lone appearance on the Cape, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. Started the summer with the North Adams Steeplecats in the NECBL. He pitched to a 1.76 ERA across 14 games and a high swing and miss, averages nearly 12 strikeouts per 9 innings.
Something that Wareham has not been good at today, not striking out. They have 9 Ks. Cohen Nicolai responsible for 2 of them, and Dylan Passo, who's on deck, has a couple more.
The 3 guys due up in this inning, 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts.
Nicolai has been here all season for Wareham. Needs to come through here to try and keep this thing going. First pitch, fastball, outside part of the plate for strike 1. Nicolai has had some memorable moments here at Spillane Field, most notably the walk-off grand slam against Harwich. 0-1. Up and away. Nicolai has been a constant. 6 home runs on the season for Wareham. Participated in the home run derby at the Cape Cod All-Star game. Really epitomizes what it means to be a Wareham player. Taps the 1-1 foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wareham down to its final 3 outs of the season. It's a similar spot to what Cotuit was faced with. They were trailing by 1 in the bottom half of the 7th with the season on the line and rallied to win that game. 1-2. Called strike 3. The Clyde goes down looking, and the Gatemen are down to their final 2 outs.
The powerful bat and Cohen Nicolai just goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. And that time around facing the 4th arm from the Harbor Hawks. Everyone on short stints. If you're Wareham in a 7th inning rally, can't go down looking.
Now Dylan Passo, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. First pitch, misses upstairs, 4-1. Passo, a newcomer, got here just about 2 weeks ago for the final sprint with the Gatemen. 1-0, line drive into right field. That ball drops in front of Thompson, and Wareham will bring the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th.
Wareham's first hit of the day from someone not named Connor Cuff. 1 out, seized on the line. Passo yanks it out into right. Line drive, and with everything on the line, Wareham putting it all out right here. A.J. Ashatino, the pinch runner.
Changes it up. Ryan Smythe does, the skipper for Wareham, looking for speed from Ashatino. 2 stolen bases on the season. On 3 attempts, Carter Groen at the plate. First pitch to him. Big cut and a miss on a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. 4-1. Groen 0 for 2 in this game. Wareham needs him now. Home plate umpire Ryan DeMare calls time. Resets the pitch clock.
No stone unturned for the Gatemen. Using the bench.
0-1. Misses down low. And Ashatino came into the game in a similarly huge spot for Wareham about a week ago when the Gatemen were playing at Cotuit for the season series tiebreaker. Ashatino made the last out on the bases in the top of the 9th, and Wareham fell 5-4. 1-1 pitch. Called strike. And Groen finds himself behind 1-2.
Groen went after the first pitch. Inside, was ready to attack.
And it seems like some Cotuit players and some of the coaching staff here. 1-2. Groen just gets a piece. They would be scouting their first-round opponent in Hyannis if Wareham does not come back and score 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Groen trying to keep this season going for the G-Men. The 1-2. He just gets a piece, stays alive. We'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Guthrie has worked on the inner third, primarily against Groen. Trying to jam him in on the hands. Groen, a late swing, just gets a piece of it.
Groen, the tying run in this game. The 1-2 offering. Does he go around? He does, says first base umpire Sam Finn. Groen down on strikes. Wareham down to its final out of its season.
After seeing the Clyde go down looking, Groen wanting to load up, stay aggressive, protecting a 2-strike count. Just went a little too far around. And now Gatemen, last chance, Dylan Dubovic.
Dubovic, a guy who's been here the entire season, tasked with keeping the year alive. First pitch to him, ground ball to the left side, foul. Dubovic batted cleanup in the first game of the season for Wareham. A .312 hitter at Miami this past season in his freshman year. Needs a hit, a walk, something here, or else the Gatemen season will be over. Ashatino at first. The 0-1 pitch. Dubovic swings and misses. Wareham down to its final strike.
0-2, got to protect. Worked a very tough at-bat earlier today against Orleans. Behind in the count, fouled a couple of pitches off. Made them pitch to him. Has to do the same this time around.
Ashatino at first. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Dubovic swings and misses, and the season is over for Wareham. The Gatemen get blanked in the season finale to Hyannis 2-0 here at home. COT sneaks past with the tiebreaker in that 4th spot, and the Gatemen fail to make the postseason.
Enter today controlling their own destiny, 0-2. The offense absolutely mute in 11 straight innings of baseball. It was a performance today that encapsulated a lot of the season. Sluggish offense, not great at bats, lots of swing and miss stuff. Hyannis throws 4 guys, keeps everyone in a short stint, and the Gatemen ahead of a full-out sprint, 5 games in 3 days. It was win-now mode, but Wareham just couldn't do enough on the final day of the regular season. Had to win or tie. You can't get either of those with no runs on the board.
Wareham falls in the season finale and missed the postseason. The final lines in this game: 2 runs on 3 hits with no errors for Hyannis, no runs on 4 hits with 1 error for Wareham. Adam, before we go, last time you and I are going to be putting on this headset for the Gatemen, it's been one heck of a ride, brother. We've been very good friends at Syracuse. Happy to spend this summer with you and share the booth.
Absolutely. It was a blast. A 40-game journey, plenty of highs, a couple of lows throughout this Wareham season, but Gatemen just unable to do enough to reach the postseason. But echo everything you said. Fun season. Obviously, thanks to everyone that joined us along this 40-game ride. And who knows? Hopefully you'll hear from us again soon.
And our entire production crew behind the scenes that has made this entire thing happen the entire year. We cannot thank them enough for their work in making this broadcast happen and setting us up for success.
Spectacular. They're really great. Long hours. Get here early and are here long after we leave, Dan. They make it all look good. They do the heavy lifting, and we just get to be the beneficiaries of it. So, yes, absolutely. Huge thanks to them. Long season for everyone, and they were a big part of it.
They certainly were. We cannot thank them enough. It's been a pleasure to put on this headset for the Gatemen all season. 40 games come and go just like that. Happen in the blink of an eye. Season started on June 13th. We end here on August 2nd. COT into the playoffs in the West Division. Overtake Wareham, who came into the day in that spot. That's going to do it for the final time here at Spillane Field. Big thanks, as always, to our executive producer, Jocelyn Mejia, who has steered the ship the entire season for our sideline reporter, CeCe Gabriel. Special shout-out, as always, to beat reporter Jack Knight. For my partner, Adam Hipsky. That's going to do it for our summer. We will see you next year here on the home of Gatemen Baseball.
Shine.